The phenomenon of the forest's frozen fog, known scientifically as freezing fog, is a captivating and sometimes perilous natural occurrence that can transform familiar woodland landscapes into surreal, icy wonderlands. This frosty embrace happens when the air is saturated with moisture and temperatures plummet below freezing. The tiny water droplets within the fog freeze upon contact with surfaces they encounter, casting the forest in a shimmering coat of rime ice. The result is as picturesque as it is potentially hazardous, a breathtaking tableau where branches, leaves, and even the forest floor itself become encased in translucent crystals. The significance of frozen fog extends beyond its aesthetic allure. In ecological terms, it can play a decisive role in the lives of the forest's inhabitants, especially in the colder months when resources are scarce. For the agile squirrel, freezing fog poses a nuanced mix of challenges and opportunities. While the icy glaze on tree branches can hinder their nimble movements, making it difficult to dart from tree to tree, it also creates hidden food caches. Squirrels may find these conditions particularly troublesome as they navigate the frozen labyrinth in search of stored nuts and seeds, their primary sustenance during the harsh winter months. A specific example of freezing fog's impact can be observed in deciduous forests in parts of North America, where both gray and red squirrels face the complexities of daily survival. During late fall and winter, these squirrels' tireless scurry to gather and hoard food. When freezing fog envelops their habitat, finding even familiar food stores can become a daring quest, with each step risking a slip on icy branches or miscalculating a leap that can result in injury. But not all effects are adverse. In some instances, the frozen fog can play to the squirrel's advantage. Consider how predatory birds like hawks or owls might find their vision impaired by the fog, offering a rare daytime reprieve for squirrels who forage below the bare canopy. Furthermore, as the sun warms the frozen facade, the subsequent melt can aid the squirrels by revealing hidden caches or dropping additional seeds and nuts from branches above. Despite its challenges, frozen fog also integrates with broader forest dynamics. It affects the soil and vegetation, influencing nutrient cycles essential to the ecosystem's vitality. As we delve deeper into these sub-zero dilemmas and the strategies squirrels employ to overcome them, it becomes clear that the forest's frozen fog is not merely a backdrop, but a significant player in the intricate dance of survival during winter's reign. Squirrels are remarkable creatures that have adapted to survive in various climates, including harsh, cold environments. Understanding squirrel behavior in these chillier regions involves exploring their unique adaptations and strategies for enduring such conditions. In cold climates, squirrels exhibit several behaviors that enable their survival. One of the primary strategies is food caching. As the temperature drops and the landscape becomes a frozen expanse, food sources dwindle. Anticipating this scarcity, squirrels engage in food hoarding during the milder months. They gather nuts, seeds, and other sustenance, burying these reserves across their territory. This behavior, known as scatter hoarding, helps them have a steady food supply when foraging becomes challenging due to snow-covered grounds and limited resources. Beyond just storing food, squirrels also adjust their daily routines to withstand the cold. They alter their activity patterns, becoming less active during the coldest parts of the day or when temperatures plummet drastically. Instead of expending unnecessary energy during these times, they conserve warmth by limiting movement and potentially entering short periods of torpor, a state of lowered physiological activity. The significance of these behaviors cannot be understated as they directly influence the survival rates of squirrel populations in cold regions. A classic example of squirrels demonstrating such adaptations is the eastern gray squirrel in North America. They are known for their strategic use of tree cavities as shelters. These natural dens provide insulation from the cold, and when coupled with their bushy tails, which they wrap around themselves, squirrels can effectively retain heat. The red squirrel, found in cooler parts of Europe and Asia, exhibits similar traits. They build nests made of twigs and leaves, known as drays, which are insulated further with moss and other materials to withstand low temperatures. While these adaptations are impressive, challenges remain. Harsh winters can be unpredictable, and even the best prepared squirrels can face food shortages or extreme weather events. Moreover, these squirrels become more vulnerable during these months, as predators can more easily trace their reduced movements and visible tracks in the snow. Understanding these behavioral adaptations connects to broader ecological discussions. Squirrels play a crucial role in forest ecosystems by contributing to seed dispersal, which impacts forest regeneration and biodiversity. Their survival tactics also underscore the intricate balance of survival and the interplay between animal behavior and environmental conditions. As climate change continues to affect weather patterns, understanding the behavior of cold climate squirrels offers insights into broader ecological impacts and adaptation strategies necessary for wildlife conservation. When winter descends and the air fills with biting cold, squirrels demonstrate a remarkable array of adaptations that allow them to thrive despite the challenges posed by sub-zero temperatures. These small, seemingly fragile mammals possess a set of survival tactics crucial for enduring harsh conditions. One of the most evident adaptations is their ability to accumulate and store fat during warmer months. As the temperature drops, this fat layer provides essential insulation against the cold and serves as an energy reserve during periods when food is scarce. Additionally, their thick winter coat, which can vary in density and thickness depending on the species, offers further protection from the elements, trapping body heat much like a carefully designed thermal blanket. Equally fascinating is the behavior of squirrels when it comes to food storage. Known as scatter hoarders, they bury caches of nuts and seeds throughout their territory. This not only ensures a steady food supply during winter, but also showcases their strategic thinking and impressive memory, which are critical under sub-zero conditions when food sources are no longer readily available. In some cases, squirrels are observed using a behavior called deceptive caching, where they pretend to bury food in one spot while actually storing it elsewhere, a tactic that helps protect their hoards from potential thieves. One standout example of squirrel adaptation is the Arctic ground squirrel. Unlike its tree-dwelling relatives, it hibernates underground, where the temperature remains stable. During hibernation, these squirrels lower their body temperature to a few degrees above freezing, significantly reducing their metabolic rate. This allows them to conserve energy over long periods. Another example can be seen in the red squirrel, which remains active throughout winter by relying on its meticulously prepared food caches and engaging in minimal ventures outside its cozy den. However, living in sub-zero temperatures poses challenges for squirrels beyond just physical adaptation. Harsh weather can make locating and accessing their stored food a daunting task. Deep snow or ice layers may conceal these caches, pushing squirrels to rely even more on their instinctual abilities. Some experts point out that climate change could affect the timing of food availability and snowfall patterns, potentially disrupting the squirrels' well-synchronized adaptation strategies. These adaptations also highlight the interconnectedness of squirrels with their environment. Their ability to survive and even flourish in sub-zero temperatures not only speaks to their evolutionary success, but also underscores the intricate relationship each species maintains with its ecosystem. Squirrels play a vital role in forest regeneration through their seed dispersal activities, showcasing that their survival is intrinsically linked to the health of their habitat. As we uncover more about these versatile creatures, it becomes apparent how their winter adaptations are not just individual survival strategies, but essential components of ecological balance. Frozen fog, scientifically known as freezing fog, occurs when supercooled water droplets waft through the air in fog-like conditions and freeze upon contact with surfaces. This fascinating meteorological phenomenon typically arises in winter, especially in forested regions where the right conditions converge: humidity, cold temperatures below freezing, and stagnant air. As these droplets touch surfaces, they crystallize, enveloping the landscape in a delicate layer of rime ice that glistens under the sunlight. While visually captivating, the formation of frozen fog presents unique challenges for wildlife, particularly for creatures like squirrels that inhabit these frosty habitats. The significance of frozen fog stretches beyond its aesthetic beauty. It can profoundly impact the ecosystem and the animals that depend on it. For squirrels, the arrival of frozen fog means a double-edged sword. On one hand, it creates an insulating layer of ice over trees and vegetation, which sometimes makes accessing food stores an arduous task. For example, nuts and seeds that squirrels have cached in tree crevices or buried in the ground may become difficult to retrieve under layers of frozen frost. This can lead to increased energy expenditure and stress for these small mammals, as they are forced to exert more effort to satiate their hunger in already scarce winter conditions. Moreover, frozen fog can hamper squirrels' natural weather resilience. Squirrels typically rely on the warmth of their nests, known as drays, to survive frigid temperatures. These structures, although well-engineered from leaves and twigs for insulation, are not impervious to the encroaching moisture from frozen fog. Dampness can seep into their drays, diminishing their effectiveness at retaining heat and potentially exposing squirrels to hypothermia. However, some biologists argue that such conditions might encourage adaptive behaviors. For instance, squirrels could modify their nesting habits, selecting more protected sites or reinforcing their drays in anticipation of harsher climatic effects. Additionally, understanding these interactions within the ecosystem can prompt scientific insight into the broader impacts of climate change on forested habitats. There are opposing views regarding the potential for frozen fog to foster advantageous ecosystem dynamics by providing a transient water source once temperatures rise and melt the frost, enhancing growth in early spring. However, this relies heavily on the balance of natural cycles and could spell different outcomes for different species. Connecting the impact of frozen fog to the broader aspects of environmental science, these phenomena underscore the intricacies of our natural world and highlight the cascading effects that even seemingly minor meteorological events can exert on wildlife. The ongoing study and observation of such interactions can help in developing conservation strategies aimed at preserving biodiversity amid changing climatic patterns.